A black kid whose father scrubs toilets in this building doesn't belong in my classroom. Dr. Richard Sterling crumples Samuel Stevens's paper and hurls it at the 19-year-old. 200 students watch. Samuel picks up the pieces. Sterling rips them again, letting them fall. Harrington University, Boston's elite mathematics program. Samuel transferred from community college 3 months ago. His father mops these halls at night. Sterling taps an impossible equation on the board. "This problem," he says, voice rising. "My PhD student, Ethan Caldwell, Yale graduate, published researcher, spent 3 months on it, failed. And you, cleaning our floors at night, you think you found an error?" Samuel stands, calm. "May I show you, Professor?" Sterling's smile turns cold. "Let's watch you fail. But first, understand Samuel's path. 6 weeks ago, he walked through Harrington's gates. 2 years at community college, perfect grades, 40-hour work weeks, full scholarship, every box checked, every reason for critics to doubt him. Sterling didn't celebrate his arrival. He tolerated it. Richard Sterling, 52, department chair, Yale PhD, solver of the Whitmore conjecture, trained 14 PhD students, 11 now tenured. His advanced number theory seminar, gatekeeper. Excel here, you reach MIT, Stanford, Princeton. Struggle, you're finished. Sterling believes pressure reveals character, discomfort breeds excellence. His methods produce brilliant mathematicians and crush those who think differently. Samuel is one of 3 black students in the math program. The others warned him. Sterling tests differently. Everything gets questioned, survive, and maybe move on. But Samuel isn't surviving. He's excelling because excellence is the only language that matters when everyone assumes you don't belong. His father, James, has janitorial shifts for 30 years, nights at Harrington, mopping floors, emptying trash, cleaning bathrooms nobody thinks about. Samuel's mother applied to college 3 times. Perfect grades, rejected. Died when Samuel was 12. No insurance. Medical bills wiped out everything. Samuel found her application letters last year. Her essays about math broke something inside him, or built it. One letter lives in his notebook as a bookmark. Scholarship covers tuition, not rent, food, books, laptop. Samuel works nights too. Engineering building, library, student center. 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. shifts. Classes 8 a.m. Notebooks filled with original proofs over 3 years. Problems solved during bus rides, lunch breaks, equations developed while mopping at 2 a.m. Nobody has seen them. Showing them means inviting judgment, and judgment arrives whether you want it or not. Sterling's seminar, 35 students, mostly graduate level. Samuel only transfer. From day one, treated differently. Subtle slights. Raises hand, called last. Answers correctly, no acknowledgement. Homework accused of plagiarism, redone under supervision. Others noticed. None spoke up. Sterling praises Ethan constantly. Brilliant insights, questions exactly right. Yale pedigree, prep school Polish. Samuel? Everything Sterling fears. A different mind, a different perspective. 3 weeks in, Sterling introduces Problem C, modified Goldbach partition. 5 years of refinement. Graduate students fail. Visiting scholars fail. Last year, Ethan spent a semester and hundreds of hours. 2 professor consultations. Computational software. Failure. Sterling passes him anyway. The problem remains. A monument to difficulty. Campus legend. Then Samuel walks past, 3 a.m., janitorial shift. Sterling gone. Just Samuel. Mop. Whiteboard. He stops, stares, sees something nobody else sees. The constraint makes the problem logically impossible. No solution exists in valid mathematical space. That's why Ethan failed. Samuel photographs it, studies it, works it between shifts. 2 days later, proves impossibility. 3 days later, corrects Sterling's formulation and solves it. Submits work, expecting praise. Instead, Sterling throws it at his face. Now Samuel stands, torn paper at his feet. Stay silent and accept humiliation, or walk to that board and prove everything. Room holds its breath. Sterling's smile predatory. Samuel smooths the paper in his hand, steps forward, reaches the board, doesn't write yet. Sterling blocks half the space, arms crossed. "Before you embarrass yourself," Sterling says, turning to the class, "let me explain. Problem C presented at 3 academic conferences. Published mathematicians examined it. My PhD student spent 90 days. Failed. You've been here 6 weeks. Work night shifts, transfer from community college. What exactly makes you think you found something everyone else missed?" The question hangs like a noose. Other students shift. This isn't teaching. It's a public execution. Samuel's voice stays level. "May I show my work, Professor?" "By all means," Sterling says, exaggerated courtesy. "Let's see what community college mathematics looks like." Nervous laughter scatters through the room. Samuel picks up chalk. Samuel's hand is steady. He doesn't start with his solution. He starts with Sterling's problem, writing it exactly as it appears on the office whiteboard. Every symbol, every constraint, including the impossible one. "This is your formulation," Samuel says quietly. "Partition size limited to prime numbers only." Sterling's tone drips condescension. Samuel underlines the constraint, exposing a logical contradiction in the upper bound. He writes faster now, showing how the restriction eliminates all valid solutions. It's like asking for an even prime excluding 2. The room goes silent. Even Ethan Caldwell leans forward. Sterling's face tightens. "That's an interesting interpretation," Sterling begins. "It's not interpretation," Samuel cuts in. "It's proof. That's why nobody could solve it. Not Ethan, not anyone. You've been presenting an impossible problem for 5 years. Gasps. Phones appear. Students record. Sterling freezes. "You're suggesting I don't understand my own problem." "I'm showing you what's there," Samuel replies, pointing to the contradiction. Before Sterling can respond, a voice from the back interrupts. He's right. Professor Catherine Moore, visiting scholar from MIT, Fields Medal nominee, walks down the aisle. The partition constraint creates exactly the paradox he described. "I noticed it last week but assumed it was intentional complexity." Sterling flushes. "Catherine, this is a pedagogical exercise. Logical impossibility, Richard," she says, examining Samuel's work. "That's why Caldwell failed. No one could solve it." Whispers erupt. Ethan burns red. Sterling stands frozen, his authority crumbling in front of 200 witnesses. Samuel isn't finished. "I corrected the formulation, removed the paradox, and solved the corrected version." He shows his phone with the photographed original whiteboard. Sterling is trapped. Deny it and look guilty. Accept it and admit 5 years of work was flawed. "Qualifier problems are due Monday," Sterling says coldly. "Solve at least one if you want to enter the Harrington Challenge." Moving goalposts. The damage is done. Samuel just proved the Emperor has no clothes. That night, Samuel works non-stop. Janitorial shift until 3 a.m., library by 6 a.m. The photographed whiteboard guides him. He uses partition theory, Goldbach conjecture, generating functions, and a forgotten 1988 Soviet paper by Korobov. He bridges classical insight with modern probabilistic methods, inventing something original. By Sunday morning, he solves Problem C. 14 pages, clean latex formatting self-taught via YouTube. Then he tackles Problem A, tedious but solvable with intuition others miss, finishing in 6 hours. Sunday night, he submits both. Monday, Advanced Number Theory Seminar. Sterling enters stone-faced. Everyone knows the Friday videos. Submissions are projected. 10 students submitted. Ethan solved Problem A. 1 student solved both A and C. Whispers, "Problem C? Someone actually solved it?" Sterling projects Samuel's work, name redacted. Elegance, sophistication, originality. Moore stands. The probabilistic extension isn't in Korobov's paper. That is novel. Correction required instant recognition of a logical impossibility. Your PhD student missed it in 3 months. This student saw it in 1 class. Room goes silent. Sterling cornered, bias exposed, methods questioned. Samuel Stevens has outclassed both Sterling and Ethan in real time. After class, Ethan approaches. "You embarrassed me." "I solved the problem," Samuel replies calmly. "No, you made me look incompetent," Ethan hisses. "Maybe you got lucky." Samuel watches him walk away, understanding. This isn't about math anymore. It's about proving he belongs. 6 days until the Harrington Challenge. $50,000 publication in Annals of Mathematics. Guaranteed top graduate placement. Round 1, written exam, transparent isolation booths, audience of 200. Round 2, collaborative public problem solving. Round 3, only one will be crowned champion. The real test is just beginning. Round 3 is individual presentations. Each finalist presents original proof to a panel of 5 distinguished mathematicians, including a Fields medalist. Live stream to universities nationwide. This year, MIT is watching Stanford, Princeton. Because this year, there's a story. The community college transfer who embarrassed the department chair, the janitor's son who solved the impossible problem. Social media has already decided Samuel is either a fraud or a genius, nothing in between. Sterling announced the format Monday afternoon, added one detail. To ensure academic integrity, Round 1 competitors will work in isolation booths with cameras. No reference materials except one handwritten page of notes. The rule targets Samuel specifically. Other competitors have spent years accumulating knowledge through structured coursework. Samuel has what fits in his head and what he can write on one page. The social pressure intensifies immediately. Other qualifiers form study groups. They meet in the mathematics library after hours. They share practice problems. They quiz each other. Samuel isn't invited. When he asks to join, Ethan's response is cold. "We need people who understand fundamentals, not Google scholars." The message spreads. Samuel is alone, isolated, exactly where Sterling wants him. But isolation has advantages. Samuel has been learning alone his entire life. Library books, online lectures, notebooks filled during night shifts. He doesn't need study groups, he needs space to think. Professor Moore finds him in the library Thursday evening, sits down without asking. "Walk with me," she says. They walk through campus as sunset turns everything gold. Moore doesn't offer to tutor him, doesn't give him answers. Sterling designed this competition 10 years ago. She says, "Know what? He doesn't test geometric intuition, visual proof. He's pure analysis. Everything is algebra and limits." She hands him a book, Proofs Without Words. "Your notebooks. I've seen you sketching diagrams. Trust that." Samuel takes the book. "Why are you helping me?" "I'm not helping. You don't need help." Moore's voice is firm. "You need permission to trust yourself. There's a difference." She leaves him standing there, the book in his hands, the weight of expectation on his shoulders. Samuel's preparation happens in fragments. Studying on bus rides between campus and his apartment. Practicing proofs in his head while mopping floors. His single page of notes becomes a work of art, not formulas, diagrams, visual representations of mathematical concepts that make sense only to him. The resource gap becomes obvious. Other competitors have advantages Samuel can't match. Ethan has private tutoring from graduate students. Jennifer Williams has access to her advisor's personal library. Brandon Wilson's family bought him subscriptions to every academic database. Samuel has the public library until 9:00 p.m., his worn notebooks, his father's encouragement. Wednesday night, James Stevens finds his son sitting at their kitchen table at 2 a.m. Notebooks spread, coffee gone cold. "You okay?" Samuel looks up, exhausted, anxious. What if they're right? What if I don't belong? James sits down. "Your mother used to say something. They can take everything but what's in your head. You got something they don't. Son, you see things differently. That's not a weakness. That's your strength. Samuel stares at his father, the man who raised him alone, who worked nights so Samuel could focus on school, who never complained about the sacrifices. "Don't give it back," James says quietly. "Whatever you got up there, don't let them convince you it's not enough." The words hit different. Samuel isn't trying to prove he belongs anymore. He's proving they were wrong to doubt him. There's a difference. Friday afternoon, Sterling releases a practice problem for competitors to calibrate expectations. It's brutally difficult algebraic topology, graduate level. Samuel struggles with it for 3 hours, makes no progress. Through the mathematics building window, he watches Ethan solve it effortlessly in a study room. Self-doubt creeps in like poison. That night, working his janitorial shift, Samuel mops past Sterling's office. 2 a.m., Sterling works late. Through the door gap, Samuel sees the practice problem on the whiteboard with the complete solution written out. Sterling gave his preferred students the answer key. The game is rigged. Samuel photographs the whiteboard, not to use the solution to know with certainty what he already suspected. The system isn't fair. It never was. But knowing the game is rigged doesn't mean you stop playing. It means you play better. Friday night, Samuel makes a choice. His supervisor calls. "You're scheduled tomorrow night during the competition. Miss your shift, you're fired." Samuel chooses the competition, loses the job, calls his father. "Proud of you," James says simply. Saturday morning, round 1. The real battle begins. 6 days until everything changes. Samuel tracks them like a countdown to execution. Day 1, Monday afternoon after class, Samuel goes to the library archives, finds past Harrington challenge exams, studies patterns, 60% number theory, 30% topology, 10% wildcards. He focuses his preparation accordingly. That evening, his landlord calls. Rent is 5 days late. Samuel needs this month's paycheck, but round 1 happens Saturday morning. His shift is Saturday night. His supervisor already told him, "Miss it, you're replaced." We have a wait list. The math is simple. Compete or eat. Pick one. Day 2, Tuesday morning. Samuel arrives at the library when it opens. Professor Moore passes him in the periodical section. Their conversation looks casual. It's not. Sterling loves the Colette's conjecture, she mentions quietly, forces it into every competition, memorize the first 50 iterations. She walks away before Samuel can respond. He spends 6 hours on Colette's sequences, the patterns, the branches, the iterations that seem random but aren't. Tuesday afternoon, Ethan confronts him in the student union, 2 other competitors flanking him like enforcers. "Sterling's being generous letting you compete," Ethan says, not quietly. Students nearby stop to watch. "Don't embarrass the department." Samuel looks up from his notebook. "I qualified same as you." "No," Ethan's voice carries across the room. "You qualified because of affirmative action. I qualified because of skill." Phones appear. "Recording. This moment will be online within the hour." Samuel doesn't respond. Just packs his things and leaves. But the damage spreads anyway. Social media ignites. Why is the DEI admit even competing? This is what happens when we lower standards. He'll fail Saturday and prove everyone right. The comments accumulate like poison. Samuel stops reading them, but knowing they exist is enough. Day 3, Wednesday. The breaking point and the turning point happen within hours. Morning. Samuel visits his father at work. James is cleaning the engineering building bathrooms. They sit on the loading dock during his break, share coffee from a thermos. James sees something in his son's face. "You thinking about quitting?" Samuel doesn't answer immediately. Then quiet. "Maybe I don't belong here." "Your mama used to say something." James stares at the campus buildings towering above them. She'd say, "They can take your money, your opportunities, your dignity, but they can't take what's in your head. That's yours forever." He looks at his son. "You got something they don't. You see math different, think different. That's not weakness, that's your weapon." Samuel feels something shift inside. He's been trying to prove he belongs. Wrong approach. He needs to prove he's better. There's a difference. Wednesday afternoon, strategy changes. Samuel stops trying to learn what others know, doubles down on his unique approach, visual thinking, geometric intuition, pattern recognition that bypasses traditional algebra. His single page of notes transforms not formulas, diagrams, branching trees of concepts that make sense only to him. It looks like art. It's actually mathematics distilled to its purest form. Day 4, Thursday, 3 days out. Sterling releases a practice problem for competitors to calibrate expectations. It's vicious. Algebraic topology graduate level. Samuel stares at it for 2 hours, makes zero progress. Through the mathematics building window, he sees Ethan in a study room solving it effortlessly, writing confidently, finishing in what looks like 30 minutes. The comparison destroys Samuel's confidence. Maybe they're right. Maybe he's out of his depth. Maybe Saturday will expose him as a fraud. That night, 2 a.m., Samuel works his janitorial shift, mops the mathematics building, 3rd floor. Sterling's office light is on. He works late always. Samuel mops past the door, glances through the gap, sees the whiteboard. The practice problem, complete solution, every step written out. Understanding hits like ice water. Sterling gave his inner circle the answer key. Ethan didn't solve it in 30 minutes. Ethan memorized it. The game isn't just unfair, it's rigged. Samuel photographs the whiteboard, not to use the solution, to have proof, to know with certainty what he already suspected. The system is designed to keep people like him out. But now he knows, and knowing changes everything. Day 5, Friday. 2 days until competition. Samuel tests his visual approach on practice problems. It works. He solves 3 problems faster than traditional methods. His confidence rebuilds. Different, harder, angrier. Friday afternoon, his supervisor calls. You're scheduled tomorrow night. The competition or the job? Choose. Samuel doesn't hesitate anymore. I'm competing. Then you're fired. Effective immediately. Samuel calls his father, tells him what happened. James Stevens is quiet for a long moment. Then simple. Proud of you, son. No disappointment, no panic about money, just pride. It's enough. Day 6, Saturday, competition day. Samuel wakes at 5 a.m., shaves his head. Ritual focus, clarity. He lays out his single page of notes, reviews it once, puts it away. Trust. 6 a.m. He walks through Harrington campus, empty, quiet. Dawn light making everything look possible. He stands outside the auditorium, imagines his mother walking these paths, the one she never got to walk. Applies to college 3 times, rejected each time. Died without ever getting this chance. Samuel is living the life she never could. That means something. That means everything. Meanwhile, the auditorium transforms. Staff set up 200 audience seats. Camera crews arrive. Local news. This is the biggest Harrington challenge in years because of the controversy, because of Samuel, because everyone wants to see if he's real or fake. Sterling does a press interview on the auditorium steps. We're excited to see which of our top students emerges victorious. Translation. We're excited to watch the transfer student fail. Online betting pools form. Actual money changing hands on whether Samuel makes it past round 1. The odds aren't in his favor. Social media splits, half supportive, rooting for the underdog, half dismissive. Can't wait for this fraud to get exposed. Professor Moore reviews judging rubrics in her office, makes notes, ensures the scoring will be fair. She's seen what Sterling does. Not today. Ethan Caldwell sits with his study group, confident, prepared, knows he's going to win, knows the competition is designed for people exactly like him. Samuel enters the auditorium at 8 a.m., 1 hour before start time, completely empty except for technical staff. He sits in one of the competitor chairs, center stage under bright lights, breathes. This is where everything changes one way or another. He stands, walks back out, needs air, needs space, needs to remember why he's doing this. In 1 hour, 10 competitors will sit in isolation booths, transparent, soundproof, cameras recording everything, 200 people watching live, thousands streaming online. In 1 hour, Samuel Stevens will prove he belongs or prove his doubters right. The only question is which story gets written today. 900 a.m. The auditorium fills rapidly. Students, faculty, local media, someone set up a live stream. The view count climbs past 10,000 before competition starts. 10 isolation booths on stage. Transparent plexiglass soundproof. Each competitor sits visible to everyone. Samuel is booth 7 center stage, exactly where Sterling wants him. The 5-judge panel sits at a table stage left. Professor Moore among them. Sterling stands at the podium. Head judge. He controls everything. Welcome to the Harrington Challenge Round 1. Sterling's voice fills the space. 10 competitors, 3 hours, 6 problems. Top 5 advance. He pauses for effect, lets the pressure build. This year's problems were designed collaboratively by our distinguished panel, not by any single judge. The twist lands quietly, but Samuel catches it immediately, sees Professor Moore's subtle nod. The panel intervened, demanded fairness, ensured Sterling couldn't rig the entire exam. This actually helps Samuel. He prepared for Sterling's analytical bias. These problems will be more diverse. Geometry, number theory, combinatorics, proof by contradiction, different thinking styles required. Competitors have 3 hours starting now. Begin. Samuel opens his exam packet, scans all 6 problems quickly. Triages problem 1, number theory, basic solvable. Problem 2, geometric instruction, his strength definitely solvable. Problem 3, combinatorial analysis, moderate difficulty solvable. Problem 4, his breath catches. It's CATS adjacent but not straightforward. A meta problem, prove or disprove. If the CAD's conjecture is true, then any sequence starting within less than 1 million reaches one in fewer than 200 steps. The problem requires 2 things: deep understanding of collats and computational bounds. Samuel has the first. The second seems impossible without software. This is Sterling's influence, his signature problem designed to separate memorizers from thinkers, designed to eliminate Samuel specifically. Samuel tackles problems 1 through 3 first, uses his visual methods, diagrams, pattern recognition, finishes all 3 in 75 minutes. Across the stage, Ethan works steadily, traditional algebra, methodical. He's on problem 5 already, confident. Samuel returns to problem 4, stares at it. The computational requirement seems insurmountable. Then remembers his single page of notes, the diagram of collat sequences. Not every sequence, the patterns of branching. He doesn't need to compute every sequence. He needs to prove the upper bound exists structurally. Proof by contradiction. Assume a sequence starting under 1 million takes more than 200 steps. Trace implications through branching patterns. Show this contradicts known properties. Therefore, the bound must hold. It's elegant, original, exactly what Moore meant about trusting visual intuition. Samuel writes furiously. The solution flows. He finishes problem 4, starts problem 5. The cameras capture everything. The audience watches silently. Sterling's expression is unreadable. Moore leans forward slightly. Time expires. Pencils down. Samuel has completed 5 of 6 problems. Only problem 6 remains unfinished. It was beyond everyone. Judging happens overnight. Results announced tomorrow. Samuel walks out uncertain. Did enough or not? The waiting begins. Sunday afternoon. Results announcement in the department lounge. Informal setting, but cameras still roll. The live stream has 20,000 viewers now. 10 competitors gather. Samuel stands near the back. Sterling holds a tablet with results. His expression reveals nothing. First commendations to all competitors. The problems were intentionally rigorous. Sterling's formal voice. Advancing to round 2. He reads names slowly, deliberately. Ethan Caldwell, expected. Ethan nods professionally. Jennifer Williams, applause. Jennifer smiles. Brandon Wilson, more applause. Brandon looks relieved. Amanda Davis, 4 names called, 1 spot remaining. Samuel's heart hammers. His name hasn't been called. Sterling pauses. The silence stretches. Cruel. Intentional. The 5th position was intensely debated. One competitor demonstrated unconventional approaches that sparked considerable panel discussion. His tone makes unconventional sound like diseased. After extensive deliberation, the 5th finalist is Nathan Cross. The words hit like a physical blow. Samuel doesn't advance. Nathan Cross, who finished in 90 minutes using conventional methods, safe, traditional, white. Samuel's vision tunnels. The room spins. He lost his job for this, sacrificed everything for this, and it wasn't enough. Sterling continues. I want to address Samuel Stevens' submission specifically. He projects Samuel's problem for solution on the screen. This exemplifies a recurring issue, raw intuition without rigorous training. He points at Samuel's geometric approach, visual heuristics, proof by contradiction using diagrams, interesting, creative, but not mathematically rigorous by professional standards. The panel, discussed at length, ultimately determined it couldn't be accepted. Professor Moore interrupts Stans. Richard, I scored that solution differently. The majority ruled Catherine Sterling's voice is steel. Samuel, you have potential, but competitions require polish you haven't developed. Continue your studies perhaps next year. The condescension is palpable. The dismissal absolute, public, recorded, permanent. Ethan doesn't quite hide his smirk. Other competitors look away. Samuel stands frozen. Humiliation, rage, defeat. Everything he fought against vindicated. He walks out without a word, outside cold November air. Samuel sits on the building steps, hands shaking, calls his father. I lost my job for this. Didn't even make round 2. What they say was wrong. Not rigorous enough, too visual, not traditional. Samuel's voice cracks. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not ready. James is quiet, then firm. Was your proof right? Samuel thinks goes through his work mentally. Yes, it was right. Then they didn't beat you. They just didn't understand you. But Samuel isn't convinced. Maybe Sterling is correct. Maybe visual thinking isn't real mathematics. Maybe community college didn't prepare him properly. Maybe he never belonged here. An hour later, Samuel packs his apartment. Can't afford next month's rent without the job. He'll have to leave Harrington, drop out, return to what everyone expected. His phone buzzes. Email. Professor Catherine Moore. Subject, you were robbed. Samuel opens it. Samuel, your problem. For proof was mathematically sound and novel. I gave it full marks. Sterling overrode me, citing visual proofs lack rigor. A dogmatic view the mathematics community abandoned decades ago. I'm attaching my complete scoring breakdown. You scored 94 out of 100, second highest overall. Nathan Cross scored 82. You were robbed, but listen carefully. Round 2 is team-based. Competition bylaws include a wild card rule. Any judge can nominate one eliminated competitor to return if they demonstrate exceptional insight. I'm in the audience Wednesday. Give me ammunition to work with. This isn't over. CM attached her detailed scoring. Every problem, every point. Samuel's total 94 100s. Second place behind Ethan's 96 100s. Nathan's 82 100s shouldn't have advanced. Sterling rigged it, overrode the scoring, eliminated Samuel deliberately. Samuel stares at the email. The proof of bias, the evidence of injustice, the opening Moore just gave him. Some games are rigged. Everyone knows that. But some referees fight back. The question is whether you give up or keep fighting. Samuel stops packing, sits down at his laptop, opens his notebooks. He has 72 hours until round 2. Sterling thinks this is over. Sterling is wrong. When the game is rigged against you, you don't quit. You play harder, you play smarter, you force them to see you. Samuel has 3 days to prepare, 3 days to find his moment, 3 days to prove that being underestimated is the best weapon of all. The crisis isn't the end of the story. It's where the real fight begins. Wednesday evening, round 2. The auditorium is packed beyond capacity. 400 people in person, 25,000 streaming online. Word spread about Sunday's controversy, about Sterling's bias, about the transfer student who got eliminated unfairly. This isn't just a mathematics competition anymore. It's a reckoning. 5 finalists sit on stage. Ethan, Jennifer, Brandon, Amanda, Nathan. Chairs arranged in a semicircle, large whiteboard behind them, cameras everywhere. Sterling stands center stage with the judging panel. He looks confident, controlled. This is his domain. Round 2 tests collaborative problem solving. These 5 finalists will work together on a single challenge. One of the Millennium Prize problems simplified. The Birch and Sutton-Dyer conjecture for a specific elliptic curve. 90 minutes. Winner determined by who contributes the breakthrough insight. The problem appears on screens. The audience murmurs. Even simplified, it's brutally complex. Sterling speaks. However, our bylaws include a wildcard provision. Any judge may nominate an eliminated competitor for reconsideration. The room shifts. Everyone knows where this is going. 10 minutes in, the finalists argue strategies. Ethan sketches classical algebraic methods. Jennifer runs calculations. Brandon checks references. Progress is slow. Professor Catherine Moore stands. Silence. I nominate Samuel Stevens as a wild card. The auditorium erupts. Gasps, applause, shock. Sterling's jaw tightens. On what grounds? His voice is controlled but strained. His round 1 problem 4 solution was mathematically sound and innovative. I invoke my right under Article 7. Sterling's face hardens. The panel had historically rejected visual proofs for a decade. Bias. Public, brutal, undeniable. Stream chat explodes. Sterling has no choice. Very well, Samuel, join us. Samuel rises from the back row. Every eye follows him. He walks down the aisle, each step echoing. The finalists stare. Ethan's expression, pure hostility. Samuel studies the whiteboard silently. Ethan taunts. Caught up yet or need a tutorial? Samuel ignores him. Calm, clear. The elliptic curve you're using, e y squared equals x cubed minus x, assumes rank 1. Assumes rank 1. Except this curve has rank 0. He writes rapidly. Shows the generating function. Your L function approach fails. The Mordell-Weil group is finite. Jennifer leans forward. Wait, how do you know? Samuel draws a geometric diagram. Rational points marked. All torsion. Nell-Lutz theorem applied. Only 4 points exist. Step by step, rank 0 proven. The room is silent. Moore leans forward, excitement visible. Sterling approaches slowly. Color drains. 15 minutes of Ethan's work. Invalid. Samuel continues. This does solve it. BSD reduces to finite computation. I can solve it by hand. For 30 minutes, he works. Clear voice, step-by-step explanation. Rank 0 established. L function at S1 computed. Tamagawa numbers, local factors, regulator, torsion subgroup, everything verified. Diagrams and algebra intertwined, visual intuition bridging rigorous calculation. QED. He turns to Sterling. Quiet but firm. You said my proofs lack rigor. This uses standard graduate tools. Only difference, I drew pictures first. Sterling speechless. Bias exposed. Moore. Richard, verify it. 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Finally, correct. The auditorium erupts. Phones record. Stream chat floods. Ethan sits stunned. Other finalists shell-shocked. Sterling tries to maintain composure. Moore cuts in. 4 of the team worked the wrong approach. Samuel corrected and solved alone. That's not teamwork. That's dominance. Samuel turns to Ethan. Calm. You repeated the same mistake as problem C. Compute when you should visualize. Algebra fails here because the curve's rank is geometrically 0. No free generators. Ethan realizes, understands. Trained methods limited him. Honest, devastating truth. Sterling approaches, hand extended. Voice tight. Congratulations. Your solution is exemplary. I underestimated not just your skill, but your approach. My failure. Samuel shakes his hand, quiet but powerful. You underestimated my mind. There's a difference. Silence. Permanent. Public. Recorded. The microphones catch everything. The stream replays it instantly. Samuel's line, calm, quiet, unforgettable, becomes the viral moment. Shared millions of times. The auditorium erupts again. Applause, tears, the underdog everyone craved. But Samuel's expression doesn't change. This isn't victory yet. Round 3, the final presentation, still awaits. What just happened proves the assumptions were wrong. The person everyone dismissed understood the deepest truths. The janitor's son just schooled the entire department, on camera in front of thousands, permanently. Sterling has to live with knowing she tried to stop him. Thursday morning, the Round 2 performance dominates headlines. Community college transfer stuns elite math competition, reads every major outlet. Samuel's final line hits 2 million views in 24 hours. The consequences are immediate. 15 mathematics professors from top universities email Harrington's dean. Why was Samuel eliminated? Why did Sterling override the panel? Bias is documented. Public. Undeniable. Professor Moore releases Samuel's original Round 1 scoring with his permission, 94/100, second highest. Nathan Cross, 82. Sterling's personal prejudice compromised the competition. Social media explodes. Sterling issues a forced statement acknowledging Samuel's work was mathematically sound. Not a full apology, but permanent public record. The competition board acts fast. Retroactive advancement to Round 2. Round 2 stands. Round 3, blind judging. Competitors' identities concealed. Pure merit. 5 finalists remain. Samuel, Ethan, Jennifer, Amanda, Brandon. Nathan removed. In the hallway, Ethan confronts Samuel. Low, controlled, still angry. You got lucky Wednesday. Round 3 is originality. What's actually yours? Samuel opens a worn notebook, margin to margin. 3 years of original work, between night shifts, unseen problems, unseen proofs. Ethan realizes Samuel isn't just smart, he has been doing original research while dismissed, underestimated, ignored. Friday evening, Round 3, auditorium packed, 600 in person, 50,000 streaming. National news. 5 finalists present one by one. Identity hidden. Blind judging. Competitor A, Ethan. Solid prime gaps work. Polite applause. Competitor B, Jennifer. Innovative graph coloring. Strong applause. Competitor C, Amanda. Elegant topology proof. Respectful applause. Competitor D, Brandon. Professional number theory. Competitor E, Samuel. He steps to the podium. Panel sees only submission. No name. My proof addresses a 40-year-old open problem in partition theory. Samuel begins. Extends Ramanujan's partition congruences to a new infinite class. 15 minutes of presentation. Board filled with visual diagrams, rigorous algebra, accessible explanation, non-mathematicians understand. Field medalist panelist, extraordinary. Where did you develop this? Samuel. Boston Public Library. 3 years, between shifts mopping floors, silence, then thunderous applause, standing ovation, tears. The revelation hits, panel deliberates 10 minutes. Winner announced, unanimous. Competitor E. Samuel Stevens. Audience erupts, Father James in tears. Professor Moore beams, Sterling motionless. Sterling approaches Samuel on stage, hand extended, voice controlled. Congratulations, your proof is remarkable. I was wrong about you. Samuel shakes her hand. Quiet, powerful. You weren't wrong about my methods. You couldn't see past expectations. Sterling nods. Imperfect but real human growth, man. Samuel receives everything. $50,000 publication guarantee. Within hours, 15 graduate programs contact him. MIT, Stanford, Princeton. He chooses MIT to work with Professor Moore. Months later, Samuel teaches community college mathematics. His students, black, brown, first-generation kids who look like him. One asks, "Can I make it to grad school?" Samuel hands him a notebook. "Fill this, then show them." Final image. Samuel walking through MIT campus, worn notebooks labeled Volume 14. Same person. The world finally sees him. Your mind is your freedom. Your work is your proof. When you know you're right, don't wait for permission to show them. Fate Tales asks, who underestimated you? How did you prove them wrong?